Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? I can hear you too. Awesome. Oh, nice. Are we on the same webpage? One?
I see a check mark, so we're good.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah. Can you just keep going down to the bottom of the screen? Just keep hitting enter, I guess. Awesome job, by the way.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You never know when you're working with someone new what your expectations are, and so I'm like, I think this is what he's hoping for.
You were doing stuff I wasn't even taking, so that's good.
And so that's why, like, anything that comes through, I'll just write at the end, should I keep writing at the end when he's giving all those instructions?
No, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Once you hear the big last woo-ha. Yeah. You're in Calgary?
Rocky Mountain House, if you know where that is.
Rocky Mountain House. No way.
Yeah, it's northwest of Calgary, about 2 hours.
Yeah, I do know where that is.
Oh, really?
I used to shoot snowmobile or TV, and we used to go out that way all the time.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Down in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
On the way to nowhere, at least.
Exactly. That's awesome. Yeah, because I think there was a racer that lived out there. Can't remember who it was. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, our calls degraded.
Hello?
I'm going to change my phone. Stay on a second.
No, our call is degrading.
Oh, our signal is going down. That's why. Oh, and down even more. Is that our internet?
Yeah.
Check, check, 1, 2.
Still hear you. It's just, like, really,
Garbly or low?
yeah, garbly.
Garbly?
No, hold on.
Hello, 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 hello. Is that better?
Well, it's about the same.
Sounds the same. Check, check.
Pieces of your words cut out. So if I concentrate really hard, I can figure out what you're saying, but I can't necessarily hear every single word.
Okay. Well, we're back. Oh, no. Oh, we're full bars now. Now. No. Wonder what's happening here. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we were trying to keep the.
Speed has gone down huge.
Somebody tapped us out.
Yeah, the Guelph University tapped us out.
Great. Hopefully this works.
Okay. Is the text okay? Should I clear the screen?
Just yeah, hit enter 3 times. Just so I. That's good. Yeah, hopefully this call works.
They knocked us down.
They must have saw that we're using a lot of data. Yeah, we're trying to keep the volume consistent, so hopefully it was okay.
Okay, yeah. If it goes out, then I'll just text you and say that I lost audio.
Okay, and I might just put my speakerphone on my cell phone.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I mean, I've written worse audio, so
Right. Okay.
I'll just stay connected then and listen for the start in about 12 minutes or so.
Okay. Yep.
Actually, if there's a problem, just let me know.
Okay.
through there.
Thanks.
You should just message them there saying, hey, I don't have audio. Talk through there. Kill this.
Good afternoon. My name is Sean Ferfaro, and I would like to welcome you to the College of Arts, Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics, Ontario Agricultural College, and Ontario Veterinary College convocation ceremony this afternoon. Before I tell you a little bit about the ceremony proceedings today, I'd like you to take a moment to identify your closest exit so you're prepared in the unlikely event we should have to evacuate the building for any reason. All of our exits are marked by the green running man symbol. For our guests seated in the bleachers up above, there are exit doors along the running track on the east side of the building. These will take you directly outside. There are 4 exits for those of you seated on the floor. For those of you over here, you can exit through the back door. There is a staircase at the back of the hallway, which will take you up and outstairs. For those of you here, you can exit either the front or the back of the room. Once again, all our signs are noted with the green running man symbol, and should the need arise, ushers will direct you to your nearest exit from the building. Now, back to convocation. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. In order to allow full attention on convocation, we'd ask you to please silence your cell phones and any electronic devices. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for convocation. You've likely seen it scrolling through the screen while you've been waiting. We'd ask you to please share your photos, your memories, and your advice with the graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium. The gowns and the hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates here at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are red. The University of Guelph crest that you can see on the podium here, as well as shown in your program, it also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links to the Royal City of Guelph through the white stallion above, the connection to liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance and agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognoscere causas, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduands, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of the authority of the university, and it will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the Chancellor, the President, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and Senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present the scholars to the Chancellor and President by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. The moment will be captured, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live webcast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The President will greet each student at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. Now, we understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we do ask, please, that you hold your applause until after each group of graduands has crossed the stage. I promise there will be an opportunity for truly thunderous applause before we're done. Once all the degrees have been conferred and all the cheers have been cheered, the Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. We would ask that you please remain standing during the recessional until all of the platform party has processed out of the hall, and then remain at your seat for a brief closing announcement about the reception that follows. This part is quite important. When the platform party and the graduates leave, we do need everybody to just remain behind for 2 to 3 minutes to allow the graduates to get over to the reception hall. There is a dismissal process that we get everybody out into the hallway and maybe outside today so that we can all get over there and get you matched up with your graduates. But as the piper is playing at the end, please just remain in your seat for a couple of minutes, I will come back up to the podium and direct us how to leave and how to get you reconnected with your graduates. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. And finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their various successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph. Please stand for the graduating class.
we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Let us pause for a moment and reflect with our whole selves on our unique journeys, our distinct callings, and our place in this complex and mysterious world. In this moment, we acknowledge that we are on the traditional territory of the Attawandaron people and on the treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit. We recognize that this land is now home to many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people, and we are mindful of the mutual care for one another and the earth that our togetherness commands. We remember that the world as we experience it today is not the world as it has always been. Furthermore, it is not the world as it always must be. In this moment, we give thanks for those friendships that have blessed us over the course of our studies. We are grateful to those who have supported us and held us up, faculty, staff, families, and friends, for the journey has been long and the traveling hard. I invite you now to embrace a short silence and in your own way, be it through prayer or remembrance or thoughtful affirming, recognize that for which you stand grateful today. And as we open ourselves to a new season of life, may the knowledge that we have attained here be coupled with wisdom, colored with compassion, and marked with humility. May we embrace each new opportunity in ways that honor creation, that foster community, and defends the dignity of all people. And may the mystery of life and each new opportunity inspire in us meaning and purpose as we seek to be agents of grace and peace and hope for this world. Amen. You may be seated.
Members of the board, distinguished faculty award recipients, and faculty of the university, family and friends, and graduates, welcome to this celebration of Convocation here at the University of Guelph. Let me also offer a special welcome to Professor Alan King and Professor Hung Lee, our two University Professor Emeriti recipients today. They will be introduced to you shortly. My name is Franco Vaccarino, and I have the honor and great privilege of serving as the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Guelph. And graduates, this is your big day. You've worked hard, you've persevered, and you've made it. Well done. Congratulations. And now it's my absolute pleasure and delight to introduce to you a great champion of this university, our own Chancellor, Martha Billis, to begin today's ceremony. Chancellor Billis.
Thank you, President Vaccarino. It is a great honor to be with you today. Convocation is an exciting time for you, a time of eagerness, of mixed emotions, of wondering what lies ahead. I remember those same feelings, sitting there, just like you, 2,930 weeks ago, as I graduated from MacDonald Institute, one of our founding colleges at the University of Guelph. Not in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd be back at my alma mater today, delivering this address as your Chancellor. Today is certainly a time of positive reflection as you look back on all you have accomplished, a sense of pride, a sense of success, the memories you've made, and the people you've met. You're also looking forward to high expectations and hopes, excited to see how your past has helped to get you to this moment, your graduation day, and where all of this will take you into your future. That is such a powerful feeling, but it can feel overwhelming. An important reminder I'd like to leave with you is to take care of yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Your future self depends on self-care. Remember this. If something does not feel right, pause to understand why. Pay attention to what drives you internally. The answers lie within you. Years from now, if you're standing here on this stage, giving this address as Chancellor, you may be pleasantly surprised where your career path and life have taken you. Our alumni have a history of living the university's mission to improve life. I know you are ready to do so as well. Keep asking the burning questions. Keep thinking and seeing things differently. Keep pushing for the change that our alumni are known for around the world. When I was young, my grandmother was a strong role model. She provided a solid foundation to think differently, speak freely, and taught me to persevere. When I graduated and began my career, women did not have an equal voice in many workplaces, and even worse, in society. And there is still work to be done to address gender inequality for both men and women. There were certainly opportunities I was afforded, and some I was not, simply because of my gender. Because of these circumstances, I saw things differently, and I asked myself things differently. Because I was told I could not do something, I thought of ways to overcome those obstacles. I encourage you, when faced with inevitable challenges ahead, to persevere. Think of ways you can affect change. If you're told that you can't do something, hit reset. Switch your inner dialogue to focus on why you can. You will be surprised that if you tell yourself you can do something enough times, it may just happen. Perseverance alone won't make you successful, but it can help you to do the things you may have once thought were impossible. Lastly, please continue to give of yourself. Continue to give of your time and talent. There's a reason why we're all here at the University of Guelph today, because we are change makers, and we want to make a positive difference in the world. It's the Guelphiness in us that we can't quite put our finger on or describe that makes us unique. Your graduation today is evidence that you are capable of hard work, overcoming challenges, and accomplishing goals. Now that you have that freshly minted parchment, well, in a few minutes, I suppose, I hope you decide to continue that hard work and make a positive impact in whatever direction you choose to go. Whatever cause it is that motivates you, and whatever you set your mind to. Ask for better, push for better, be better. We are proud of you, and undoubtedly you will continue to make us proud. Remember, you are now, at least almost, University of Guelph alumni. This will always be your home. You will always be welcome here. Congratulations, graduates. I wish you all the very best.
Good afternoon, graduates. I'm Tarek Saleh, Chair of the Department of Biomedical Sciences, the Ontario Veterinary College. Madam Chancellor. Upon the recommendation of Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to present to you the first of two candidates for the title of University Professor Emeritus, Dr. Alan King. Dr. Alan King is an outstanding world-class researcher who has helped lead national and international collaborations to improve food animal breeding and genetics. A two-time University of Guelph graduate, he's a professor in the Ontario Veterinary College's Department of Biomedical Sciences and has held a Tier 1 Canada Research Chair in Animal Reproductive Biotechnology. In 2012, he was identified as Canada's top researcher in the veterinary medical field. Dr. King has served as co-principal investigator of a major multi-million-dollar study to look at the link between human and animal health. He was a founding member of the Embryo Gene Strategic Network that brought together scientists from several Canadian universities. He has authored more than 200 papers and other publications and has given more than 100 invited lectures in his discipline. He has trained hundreds of students, graduate, undergraduate, and postdoctoral fellows, and including serving as a program leader for 2 international student exchange programs. An advocate of using science-driven decision-making in regulating agricultural practices, he's worked with national and international groups ranging from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. His work has helped in the commercialization of embryo technology to benefit Canadian livestock breeders. Dr. King has made fundamental contributions to our understanding of genetics and has helped to advance technology used globally by other researchers in academic and commercial labs in the field.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to name you University Professor Emeritus. Congratulations.
Hello, everyone. My name is René Van Acker. I'm Dean of the Ontario Agricultural College. Madam Chancellor, upon the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to present to you the second candidate for the title of University Professor Emeritus, Dr. Hung Lee. An extraordinarily productive scholar and internationally recognized environmental microbiologist, Dr. Lee has contributed to Canada's reputation for sustainability and innovation. He arrived at the University of Guelph in 1986 and quickly became a respected researcher and teacher in what is now the School of Environmental Sciences. Dr. Lee has applied his expertise in biochemistry and physiology of microorganisms to potential uses in biofuels and microbial treatment of environmental pollutants. He was co-scientific director of the NSERC Bioconversion Network here at the University of Guelph, a Canada-based collaborative research group developing biorefinery technologies to use biomass for fuel and industrial chemicals. He has authored or co-authored more than 200 papers and other publications, delivered presentations at hundreds of national and international conferences. He has served as an editorial board member, reviewer, and editor of numerous international journals. Among his awards, Dr. Lee was cited for research excellence by Imperial Oil Limited and received the University of Guelph President's Distinguished Professor Award and the Ontario Agricultural College Distinguished Researcher Award. He has supervised numerous graduate students, so many of whom have gone on to diverse and leading careers. Dr. Lee's scholarship and leadership have helped elevate Canada's profile in the world in terms of biofuels research and helped to ensure sustainable development of the country's forest resources while exploring viable alternative energy sources for the future.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, I have the honor to name you University Professor Emeritus.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Oh, yes. I am pleased to now invite Dr. Charlotte Yates to give the Convocation Address.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Charlotte Yates. I'm Vice President Academic and the Provost for the University of Guelph. Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the board, honorary fellows, faculty of the university, friends and family of the graduates, and finally, last but not least, the graduates themselves. You graduates are the reason why all of us are gathered here today to celebrate each of your achievements. Each and every one of you is here today because of your determination, your intelligence, your commitment to learn, and your willingness to work hard to reach this day of graduation. And so thank you for sharing this day with me and giving me the privilege of offering the Convocation Address to you. The Convocation Address, if you're wondering, is supposed to provide graduates with some words of wisdom, possibly some advice. And as I was preparing for my remarks, I have to admit that I have graduated 4 times from 4 different institutions, and I remember very little of what advice was given to me in any of those 4, and I don't know who it was that gave that Convocation Address. I was either too exhausted from work, too anxious about what lay ahead, or so euphoric at having finished my studies and finally reached the point of graduation that I completely ignored any words of wisdom that were offered to me. But I also know this is an important day for you, but it's also an important day for all the people who are sharing this day with you. So let me take this moment to remind you why your education matters to you, your family and friends, but also, I would say, to all of us and the entire country. Today follows one of the most wonderful national holidays, Canadian Thanksgiving. I have to say, it's one of my favorites. Many of you will have arrived here for graduation after having spent a weekend with family and friends eating turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie, and if you were a member of my family, the dreaded Brussels sprout. For those of you who are new to Canada when you came to the University of Guelph, I hope you've had at least one opportunity to share and experience that traditional Canadian Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving is a holiday that is all about giving thanks to the bountiful fruits of the land that we anticipate eating through the year, but also a time to thank for all the many wonders of our lives and of the world around us. It's a time of tremendous reflection on our great fortunes. Today, I'm sure you graduates are giving thanks that you passed your exams, finished your assignments, whether it be an essay or a lab assignment, and most of all, you're really thankful for reaching today's graduation. Throughout the year, I often reflect on why and what I feel gratitude for. I love my job. I work for a university in a country that takes pride in investing in young people's college and university education. More than 2 million students are registered in colleges and universities across the country at any one time. I feel grateful for the wonderful forests and nature reserves in which I hike almost every weekend. And I give thanks for the food that I cook, eat, and share with my family and friends. Some of these things that I give thanks for are the result of choices made by my family. I'm grateful to my parents for having chosen to emigrate to Canada. I'm also very grateful for their support through all my degrees. When I failed, they'd help me up. When I succeeded, they would celebrate, and they would just be there for that hard work that it requires to complete your studies. Some of what I have to be thankful is a result of my hard work and determination, and other things are the result of the work of generations of people before me. Generations of those before us who worked hard to build Canada, the country in which we live, and understood the value of education and built an amazing university and college system across the country. Some of those same people, some of whom I see here, have endowed this university with resources and land to make a great University of Guelph. You all are the beneficiaries of those investments in education made by previous generations, just as I was many years ago when I graduated. Education is a precious commodity. We think of precious commodities as diamonds, gold, perhaps cobalt, lithium. But yet education is one of our most valued and precious commodities, over which many wars throughout history have been fought, and struggles over free speech have been waged. Many of you will remember the story of 15-year-old Maulana Yousafzai, a Pakistani young woman or girl who was an advocate for education for girls and women. At age 15, on her way home from an exam with her friends on a bus, she was shot in the head. She recovered from that. And there are many times she since then has struggled and maintained her advocacy of the importance of education around the world. And there are others, many others around the world who also celebrate and support education. I personally happen to be a mad fiend for basketball. And of course, the basketball player LeBron James, some of whom you may have seen play, has invested in the I Promise School for low-income students in the US in the hopes that education will give them a lift up. And of course, the challenges we in Canada confront in ending the legacy of residential schools is another example of support for education and its value. And why do we struggle so hard to support education? Education improves life. It improves the outcomes of millions of people around the world, including ourselves and our families. Education increases average income, opens the door to new discoveries that save lives and improve life, and increases our ability to discern the truth when leaders speak, and it empowers us to make good decisions. With education, also is bestowed upon us a responsibility to use our education wisely to support our communities, advance human health and well-being, and ultimately to pursue the truth. You graduates, over your years of study, have not just learned new facts and information, you have learned what lies at the heart of scientific discovery. Whether you've studied the arts, agriculture, business, or veterinary science. Each and every one of us is taught in university to ask difficult questions, to seek answers to those questions, and to begin unraveling the mysteries of the world. At a time when the very foundation of scientific knowledge is being questioned, and when half-truths have become commonplace, you graduates have a special responsibility. A responsibility to continue to ask questions, to continue to seek answers and the truth, and to continue to value knowledge, yours and others. And so today, we have a lot to thank the world for and previous generations. Sitting with us today are some of your family, friends, colleagues, who over these past few years have invested in your education, whether financially or providing you with emotional and moral support through this journey. So I want to join with you in thanking those who are here today, those who are in our hearts but are unable to be here today, and those who came before us for their role in getting you here today and building the University of Guelph. I hope in the years to come, you will join with me in helping other students of the future so they too can benefit from a university education, I hope, at the University of Guelph. Thank you. Now, graduates, this is what you've really been waiting for, so could I ask you all please to stand? Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph that they may be admitted into their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
Will members of the graduating class please be seated?
Good afternoon. My name is Ben Bradshaw, and I have the honor to serve as the Assistant Vice President with responsibility for graduate studies here at the University of Guelph. Over the Thanksgiving weekend, I had the opportunity to connect with a a nephew who's in fourth year of his undergraduate studies and really thriving. But it wasn't always so. In his first year, he found it very challenging. You see, he had been a bit of, I guess you'd call a know-it-all in high school, and when he made it to first-year university, he was alarmed by the fact that he didn't know the answers to all the questions that were being posed in lecture halls. At the time, I wasn't very sympathetic. Indeed, I think I remember laughing, because I told him universities like ours exist because we don't know all the answers to all the questions. You've already met two researchers today who received Professor Emeritus status for their incredible contributions to knowledge. In a moment, you'll be greeting some more graduates who themselves have been advancing knowledge. Certainly this is true of some of our master's students who complete a thesis, but it's absolutely true of all our doctoral students dressed in blue who have had to first pose a question, the answer to which we do not know, not just here in Canada, but globally, and then answer that. And through answering that, they have achieved their degree. So you can imagine I'd love to celebrate and cheer for each one, but I'm going to have to show some restraint, and I would ask that you do the same and hold your applause until you're directed to do so. But if you'd like to shout out, holler, cheer, we won't stand in your way. Indeed, we'll even encourage it. So, Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these graduate student scholars that they may be admitted to their various graduate degrees.
Graduating with the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the College of Arts, Margot Beckman. Shayna Christine Devlin. Graduating with the degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the Ontario Agricultural College, Rathnayaka M. Amila S. Bandara. Flavia Mata Damasceno. Valencia Gaspard. Yong Liu. Nahed Nasser Marous. Graduated degree of Doctor of Philosophy from the Ontario Veterinary College. Emma Alexandra. Nash. Lynn Thomas. Graduated with the degree Rebecca McLean Lee. Taylor Reno. Lee Simpson. Zach Harrison and Stan. Please join me in congratulating all of our colleges. School of Business, the degree of Keg. Hung Ha Wu. Big Wang. Leader Linda Dina Hughes. Stefan Sarah Benjamin Tyler, Emily Jean Morn, Sin Ying, Azdior, Yezhuo Ji, Aaron Lee, Isabel Willett, Catherine LaBelle, Mallory Smith, Menaka Yoharai, graduating with the graduate diploma, Anya Rajendran, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Ontario Agricultural College Magisteriate graduates. Graduating from the Ontario Veterinary College with the degree of Master of Medical Sciences. Sumitha Balakrishnan. Alicia Briglio. Antonius L. Curry. Sydney Mayan Faulkner. Olivia Selena Kostecki. Veronica Leskowski. Sarah Ann Martone. Grace Chia N. Shea. Mackenzie Jessica Wong. Graduating from the Ontario Veterinary College with a degree of Master of Science, Alexandra Marie Camara. Tom Chen. Kaylin Elizabeth Clark. Karen De Bruin. Sydney Victoria Gosselin. Danielle Marie Halucha. Miranda Jane Hawley. Sarah Victoria Hill. Lauren Keiko Isaacs. Rebecca Jagroop. Akash Jairaj. Matthew Douglas McBride. Jonathan Lloyd Moffett. Tamara Muriel Morel. Kate Colleen Nicholson. Jordan Lynn Pelkmans. Reem Sabri. Anjali Kim Shukla. Vivienne Louise Steele. Justin Michael Wurtzel. Please join me in congratulating all of our Ontario Veterinary College Magisteriate graduates.
Good afternoon. My name is Rudiger Mueller. As Associate Dean of the College of Arts, I have the pleasure of representing Dean Samantha Brennan here today. The College of Arts offers degrees in art history, English, history, French, European studies, philosophy, music, studio art, classical studies, theater, Spanish, and the Bachelor of Arts and Sciences. We are a national leader in digital humanities research and home to a first-of-its-kind improvisation and social justice program. The college is the incubator for the next generation of artists, writers, humanists, creative thinkers, and world leaders. Our graduates are successful as business owners, working for NGOs and in the public sector. They work in industry in the widest sense, from the arts sector to insurance, technology, banking, and well beyond. So, congratulations, graduates, on completing this next step towards a promising future. Please keep in touch, as we are very much looking forward to following your achievements, your impact on the world, learning how you improve life. Now, parents and guests, I have been instructed to tell you, while you should celebrate the achievements of our graduates, we request that you hold your applause until all degrees have been conferred to all recipients. I leave it to you how else you might express your excitement as a graduate crosses the stage. Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the Baccalaureate Scholars from the College of Arts.
Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors Program, Jose Gabriel Alonso. Sarah Atag. Melissa Bleeker with distinction. Tate Elizabeth de St. Croix. Robert Levi Flewelling. Lavinia Lillian Lindsay. Madeline Enya Lozano Lychek. With distinction. Maria Christina Melito. Jonah Elliott Strub with distinction. Eric Van Dyke. Chu Yin. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Arts General Program, Sophie Grace Ann Damianov. Callie Ann Graham. Michael Havaldsrud. Alpha Kiyemba Kayondo. Braden Lauren. Jacob Edward Lomax. Amena Merchant. Alexandra Morrow. Ellen Teresa Reel. JJ Shanlin. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Sciences, Caitlin Rachel Burr. David John Chartrand. Leon Alejandro Majorga Arnaiz. Philip Nimmons. Lauren Pranjic. Please join me in congratulating all of our College of Arts Baccalaureate graduates.
Good afternoon, proud family and friends and graduates. My name is Stacia Elliott. I'm Interim Associate Dean, External Relations at the Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics, the newly named Lang School. So this is thanks to a transformational gift that was received just this spring. You graduates of the Lang School are the first from Lang to be among the Lang graduates. Yes, say it often and say it proud. What does that mean, the Lang School? Well, we have a range of undergraduate programs from accounting to real estate management. And we have a range of management programs, as are reflected here today, at the master's level, the diploma level, the PhD level, an MA leadership, and an MBA. An MBA, I would like to proudly add, that has been ranked 9th in the world and 3rd in Canada by Corporate Knights for our commitment to sustainability. Lang is also one of 39 champions in the world recognized by the United Nations Organization for Principles Responsible Management in Education. And this is because at Lang, we really believe that business is a force for good, and our vision is developing leaders for a sustainable world. In our times today, what could be more important than that? And so I think, what does the business world need today? Lang graduates. Congratulations, all of you. Madam Chancellor and Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the Baccalaureate Scholars from the Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics.
Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Silva Chanel Abdulahad. Munam Ahmad. Jacob Joseph Bates. Nicholas Ludlow Barnes. Lucas Cody Begin. Matej Borsch. Nicholas Butter. Tianrun Cao. Tiffany Chan with distinction. Madeline Zoe Croto with distinction. Rima El Haj. Jiahui Feng. Heather Lindsay Ferguson. Prabdeep Singh Grewal. Horia Christian Gudea with distinction. Lucas Gwartz. Christian Thomas Harbeck with distinction. Stephen Hiff. Evan Robert Jaglal. Harkarn Singh Jassal. Annie Ruth Jester. Quinn Robert Johnson. Surpreet Kaur Kak. Lucas Corin. Luke Coral. Brianna Marie Kupiek. Braden Lawrenson. Jason Thomas Lee. Brendan Shane Lizogurski. Jasmine Liu. Ni Liu. Sarah Elizabeth Manzi. John Coleman Jennings McDonald. Andrew Arthur Miles. Mira Balvant Mistry. Mackenzie Amber Nisula. Connor Michael O'Leary. Gregory William Piper with distinction. Owen Dominic Gordon Pretton. Nima Rahimi. Dennis Rams. William John Ranican. Nicole Ann Elizabeth Runstedler. Rajendra Tulsi Singh. Dante Braden Smith. Braden Nicholas Spite. Patrick Norbert Tomshizin. Randy Kwok Truong. Esme Wilcox Ginn. Justin Wood. Tianze Yu. Zuijing Zhang. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce in Hospitality, Food and Tourism Management Honors Program. Danielle Lindsay Carey. Yuki Hong. Hao Chun Hu. Jingzhe Jiang. Yungxiang Jiang. Liu Yang. Tianfeng Sun. Rui Wan. Man Yi Wang. Yiran Shui. Xinyu Zhang. Shuyao Zhang. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating all of our Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics Baccalaureate graduates.
Hello again, everyone. My name is Rennie Van Acker, and I'm Dean of the Ontario Agricultural College here at the University of Guelph. Convocations are always the highlights of the year, and we are so proud, like your families and your friends, to see you, our graduates, across this stage. For over 145 years, OAC has been offering programs in our strength areas of food, agriculture, rural communities, and the environment. But our real strength, of course, is you, our graduates. Today, you become part of a worldwide network of leaders in these areas, our proud OAC alumni. And we look forward to the successes you will have and the leadership you will bring to your disciplines that are vital to all of our lives. Congratulations on your successes, OAC grads. Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you the Baccalaureate Scholars from the Ontario Agricultural College.
Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Kareem Rifat with distinction. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Bioresource Management, David Reed Garden. Mia Sabetti. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce, Huan Chen. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors Program, Jenna Anderson. Cassandra Carmen Carolino with distinction. Maria Cavallo. Songling Chen. Sydney Monai Victoria Graham with distinction. Hannah Elizabeth Howden. Susan Huang with distinction. Emma Margaret Wilhelmina Highland. Alice Lafleur La Riviere. Riley Helen McIsaac. Jendel Pauline Militar. Melissa Rose Riccitelli with distinction. Emma Elizabeth Stark with distinction. Alexandra Victoria Tasker. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Teresa Sett. Lauren A. Westerlaken. Graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences, Sharzad Garbaji. Megan Katerina Punter. Lisa Szymanski. Please join me in congratulating all of our Ontario Agricultural College baccalaureate graduates.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I promised at the beginning there would be a moment for truly thunderous applause. This is that moment.
Madam Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
Well, graduates, you did it. Congratulations. Well done. Again, congratulations to all of you and welcome all of you to the Griffin alumni family. This is, of course, a growing family joined today by some 650 new graduates. University of Guelph alumni, you should know, now number more than 170,000 graduates around the world. We're everywhere. And we're all, of course, incredibly proud of your accomplishments here at the University of Guelph and do look forward to seeing how the foundations that you've developed here as students will continue to support you in the months and the years ahead. Now, following this ceremony, the deans will host a reception for all the graduates and their guests in the Fieldhouse. And the reception, of course, is a way to cap this ceremony. So in one way, it's an ending of sorts. But in another, perhaps even more important way, it really is a beginning, because it's the first ever alumni reception for you as new graduates. So even, of course, as one journey ends, here today another begins. And the University of Guelph is the place where you took important, and I would suggest foundational steps towards your own lifelong journey. A place where those steps perhaps got you thinking about how you will make a difference, how you will improve life for yourselves and for others. The university has helped to prepare and to fashion you for life, to help you shape your own identity, your own sense of self. And you are, at this point, at a very important and meaningful juncture. And I'd encourage actually all of you to just take a moment right now and to savor what it feels like to be at this particular juncture. It's easy to just be kind of on automatic pilot, but just for a moment, savor what it's like to be at this particular juncture. You know, your journey will take you down many roads, but those roads will not be linear, and for that matter, they won't even be one way, as there will be a little bit of back and forth. You leave here today, but part of you, as an example of that, remains here. You'll find yourselves back on campus from time to time, perhaps for a reunion or some get-together or gathering. And each time you return will be an opportunity to recalibrate, to check in with your friends, classmates, to share stories, and to remember what this particular turning point felt like. It'll be an opportunity to reconnect, to reflect, to recharge, and even to reharness some of that enthusiasm and anticipation, eagerness, and also, I suspect, some of that nervous energy that you might be feeling right now. So really, reunions are a great opportunity to maintain that sense of connectiveness with your academic and your social roots here at the University of Guelph, and also remind you of this important juncture as your own stories unfold. So remember, come back or at least keep in touch, even if only to check in on that part of yourself that will always remain here. The moments you experience here will always be a part of you.
Your university experience is made up of moments. From the moment you opened your acceptance letter, survived online enrollment, and packed the moving van, your adventure began. From the nerves of being a first-year student who chose to make Guelph their home, you became part of a community. From the days you met your first roommates, made your first university friends, and moved into your first apartment, your social circle grew. From the times you missed your family, weren't sure if university was for you, then bravely decided that it was, you gained courage. From the late-night study sessions to the early morning exams and finishing your projects at the very last minute, you proved to yourself that you could do it. From the summer jobs, the co-op terms, and the contacts you made in your field of study, you turned your classroom learning into practical experience. From the football games, the campus clubs, and the groups you were the beating heart of, you showed that nothing is stronger than a Guelph connection. From the moment you donned your gown, crossed the stage, and got the degree you worked so hard to earn, you have been part of something special. From the University of Guelph, we say thank you. Thank you for contributing to a culture and reputation that's unlike any university in Canada. Thank you for innovating, striving for excellence, and helping us to improve life. Thank you for continuing your relationship with the university as mentors, advocates, and proud alumni. Thank you for sharing some of your most important moments with us. Congratulations, and thank you for forever being a Griffin. Welcome to the alumni family.
My congratulations and very best wishes to all of you. And now, in keeping with long-standing tradition, the final word will come from our Chancellor.
Convocation is dismissed.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting. I do appreciate it. If those of you who are exiting, if you could just wait a few moments, please. We do need to keep the path clear for our graduates to get over. We would, however, like to thank you for joining us and invite you to celebrate your graduates over at the Fieldhouse for a celebratory tea with the college deans, faculties, and staff. We'll dismiss in 3 sections just so we can get everybody over there, the proper method and path for each of you. I'll show you those 3 exits in a moment, but I will let you know that a cell phone was found in the bathroom. If you have lost your cell phone, if you could please see client services just out here. They have the cell phone there, and I'm sure they can get it back in your hands as long as you can prove that it's yours. Okay, so here's how this will work. There are marked paths to get to the Fieldhouse. I would encourage you, however, as it is quite a nice day out there today, if you'd like, for those of you that are exiting on this side, well, let me explain the way you're getting there first. For those in the bleachers up top, you will be going out this door and following the marked path to the Fieldhouse. However, you can also go outside. It's about 30 seconds longer, and there's no stairs. You have to go up and over that way. This is about 30 seconds longer outside, and you'll avoid a bottleneck in the hallways. For those of you down here, if you're in this half of the room, you're going to exit the back door, right there under the green Running Man symbol, and follow the marked paths as well. On this side, you will exit that door in the back. You will follow your way down the hallway. You can then either go up the stairs or go down the back hallway and follow either marked path. Now, having said that, I would like the upstairs to leave first, but I haven't got a signal yet that our graduates have got through. I need to make sure our graduates are through, or everybody could just start going. This is the fun